Ni hao, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday, January 7th, 2024. I'm Joe Pratt, keeping you informed of what's happening in the world. An earthquake in Tibet has killed at least 126 people, and many more are trapped under the debris. It was a 7.1 magnitude earthquake, and in an area right on the Chinese-Nepal border, not far from Mount Everest. The polar vortex, which is bringing bitterly cold weather to parts of the U.S., is reaching into the deep south in the United States. It's not record-breaking cold, but it is very, very bitterly cold. It's unusually cold in places like southern Texas and Oklahoma and New Mexico. And a highly decorated Army soldier has killed himself and set off an explosion in a Tesla Cybertruck in Las Vegas. He left a note saying that he did it as a wake-up call for the country's ills. Matthew Livelsberger, a 37-year-old Green Beret, said it was not a terrorist attack, but a wake-up call, and that Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. He left a letter outlining his political grievances, societal problems, and international issues, including the war in Ukraine. Funeral rites for former President Jimmy Carter started today and will go through Thursday. The funeral rites will be a 3-day ordeal that will begin with Carter lying in state for today and Wednesday, and then the funeral will be held on Thursday. Also, the stock market will be closed Thursday in his honor. Vice President Kamala Harris is taking a trip around the world for her final week in office. She will be traveling from January 13th to January 17th and will make stops in Singapore, Bahrain, and Germany. Peter Yarrow from the famous music group Peter, Paul, and Mary has died at age 86. Happy birthday to those of you born on this date. You share a birthday with Pope Gregory XIII, the Pope who introduced the Gregorian calendar, and Millard Fillmore, Kenny Loggins, Paul Revere from Paul Revere and the Raiders, Katie Couric, Senator John Thune, Senator Rand Paul, Nicolas Cage, NFL quarterback Lamar Jackson, and Formula One racer Lewis Hamilton. The top 5 movies at the box office this week were number 5, Wicked, which was number 1 at one time. 4 is Nosferatu. 3 is Moana 2. Number 2 is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And number 1 this week is Mufasa the Lion King. Tim King from Illinois was helping his parents remodel their home. And when they tore out some of the sheetrock, they discovered a Christmas package with his name on it. It had been in the wall for 47 years. Apparently, it had fallen down in a crevice when it was being hidden in the attic and had dropped all the way down the wall to the next level. Tim King would have been about 5 at the time that the present was lost. And the present was a set of Matchbox cars. Renee Brown from Houston, Texas, was kind of discouraged because she had to go to work on Christmas Eve and into Christmas morning. She is a single mom who works as a bartender at the Rail Yard in Houston. Her spirits were lifted a bit when she got to serve Post Malone and Shabuzi, 2 famous music artists. But what really made her day and her Christmas was when Post Malone left her a $20,000 tip. She burst out into tears. The top songs for all of last year, 2024, were these. Number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the entire year was Lose Control by Teddy Swims. I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan is number 1 on the streaming songs list. And the digital songs, number 1 was A Bar Song by Shabuzi. And a Ms. Taylor tells us that she asked her 4-year-old son, Callum, would you like a baby brother? And 4-year-old Callum replies,
Mom, I haven't got time for that right now. I'm so busy. Joe Pratt. Make it a great day.